Hey guys, it's Jay, Explore the Movement. Today we're going to sort out what's been going on YouTube. I see this everywhere, and that is the bicep push-up, which is actually the pseudo planche push-up, which is a progression or a movement that we use developing certain higher skills in gymnastics. So let's get straight into the video. So the common question is the bicep push-up a great way to build the bicep? And the answer to that is no, it's not. It's not the best, even though it works in an eccentric state and there's an isometric contraction, it's not the best way to build the bicep. The best way to build the bicep is your bicep curl or your pull-up, where you have a nice full contraction in the bicep and an extension. We're looking for this concentric and eccentric movement. That doesn't mean isometrics are not good, it's just maybe not the best tool right now. One of the main reasons why we use the planche push-up or the pseudo planche push-up or the bicep push-up, for this video let's talk about just the pseudo planche push-up, is because we want to transfer to handstand push-ups, we wanted to transfer to planches by itself. So I'm going to go through it, a little bit of the layout, a few things we need to consider and a few things that could go wrong, and let's see if we can make you better. So the first thing what we want to do is we want to establish that our scapular position in this needs to be in a protracted, depressed position. So if you look at my scapula, my shoulder blade, protraction is going to be here, where the scapula move forward and away from each other, also abduction. And depression is going to be when they move downwards to the floor. We have also other movements. We have elevation, where we lift the scapula, and we have retraction when we pull the scapula back. So for the planche push-up or the pseudo planche push-up, we're looking for two of these movements. We're looking for protraction, so it's forward movement, and we're looking for depression. So we're looking to keep this back position really, really tight. So this is going to be our stabilized position, and then we're going to move from this position. So commonly what you will see is people will lose this tight position here because they don't know how to stabilize the scapula properly with the movement of the arms happening with it. So in a perfect world, we're looking for this position, move with the arms and move back, and the scapula staying tightly in place. So first what we want to do is we want to get into our push-up position, nice and tight. From here we're going to protract and depress, and then we want to move the shoulders forward as much as possible. That's going to be the first step. First step is going to be moving forward as much as possible. The second step is then going to be trying to go down to the floor while the shoulders and the hips stay in the same position. So you don't want them to lift one down or the other one down. You want them to move down at the same position and up in the same position. So first step, round, tight hip position, protract, move forward, move down in the same position, and up. Good. So if it moved independently, the shoulder and the hips, it will look something like this, and this is very common. Into a tight position, they understand it, tight, and then it doesn't make the movement useless, but it's just not as effective to putting a stress on the position that we're actually trying to acquire. The next thing we want to do is we want to create a measurable overloading principle or a repetitive principle. So yes, you can make the sets more, yes, you can make the reps more, but for this we're trying to increase strength, especially relative strength. So we want to make the intensity harder. So one way that we can make the intensity harder is actually to progress how far we lean forward. So let's say we're in the starting stages, and I'm going to have my hands right here, and I'm going to measure that with my nose, I'm going to touch on the end of the mat and I'm going to rise up. Now what I'm looking for is, as soon as I rise up to the top, I should not move back onto my hips or shift my weight back. That would look like this. A wrong movement would look like this. You're in a tight position, you move down, touch, and then you move back. I'm not looking for this. I'm looking to have constant pressure or constant tension on the shoulder and on that anterior delt in that position. So when I lean forward, I need to be able to stay in that position as I move to the top. Into my position, down, touch, and stay in that position on the way up. It's difficult to measure if you're staying forward at the top, so for that I use a box. So now, having the box there, I can lean into the box with my head and very slightly touch the box and slide down the box and slide up the box. And all I need to do is measure the distance from my hands to the box, and I can progressively overload in the weeks and the months in this manner. So for me, I'm going to be here. I'm going to go into the position again. I'm going to lean and touch the box. I'm going to slide down and slide up.
Everything on past relationships, I was there for you, always by your side, but when I turned around, you ran back to him, like damn, what you expect me to do?
And there you have it. Easy way to progress in intensity in the planche push-up. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, share it with your friends, and see you next time.